पर corporate patriarchal actions are upon Zanamani by T. The Virasura Singh police. Our officers, Nami, and we need to be jet pick up.
എൻ്റെ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളിൽ അമ്മയുടെ ഉണ്ട്, അമ്മ എന്നെ ഓടിക്കും. സത്യത്തിൽ എൻ്റെ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളിലെല്ലാം, അച്ഛൻ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളിലെല്ലാം, പുരുഷ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളിലെല്ലാം എൻ്റെ അച്ഛനുണ്ട്. കാരണം അച്ഛനായിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ ഹീറോ. അപ്പോൾ അച്ഛനെ വളരെ ആരാധിച്ചു തുടങ്ങിയ ഒരു മകൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ആ ആളിനെ പഠിച്ച് ആ ആളിൻ്റെ ഓരോ അടരായിട്ട്, സോ നാച്ചുറലി അത് പറയില്ലേ, ചിൽഡ്രൻ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ലവിങ് ദെയർ പേരൻസ്, ഓസ്കർ വൈൽഡാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു പറയുന്നത്. ആഫ്റ്റർ എ വൈൽ ദേ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ജഡ്ജിങ് ദം. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ പിന്നീട് അവരെ ജഡ്ജ് ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങുന്നു, പിന്നെ അവരെ കൂടുതൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങുന്നു, നമ്മളവരെ ക്രിട്ടിസൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങുന്നു. പിന്നെ വൈ ആർ ദേ ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ് എന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കുന്നു, അതിനൊരു ഉത്തരം കാണുന്നു. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ പലരെയും, അത് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു വ്യക്തിയുടെ പ്രശ്നമല്ല, അതൊരു സിസ്റ്റത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രശ്നമാണെന്ന് പതുക്കെ തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നു. അത് ആ ഒരാളിനോടുള്ളതല്ല. ഈ അച്ഛൻ എന്ന ഒരു മെറ്റഫർ കൊണ്ട്, അച്ഛൻ എന്ന ഒരു പ്രതിരൂപം കൊണ്ട്, just with that metaphor of father, the father figure, with that we can explain how this society or the system is working. So I found it very convenient to use him as an imagery or metaphor. I don't find fault with X or Y. I think it is a problem with the XY chromosome. Something is wrong with the XY chromosome that the society itself, gives a notion of power which is actually harmful to both all other chromosomes, be it XX or XY or XXY, all other except XY. That's a problem. See, that notion of power is very detrimental to the whole system. If there is no power play, I think people will be less burdened. Once you forget power, once you consider the other person you are equal, and you are something in your ego, you lose something of your ego, and it makes you less burdened. That's why I write in my stories for such men. I dream for such men in my stories who are not men in fact but humans.
We want the best. പക്ഷേ നമ്മൾ പല പാട്രിയാർക്കൽ സിസ്റ്റത്തിലുള്ള പല ആൾക്കാരും they don't realize, for a minute നമ്മൾ റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, because they are gone and got us in that system. So we cannot completely particular victim എന്തെങ്കിലും അത് റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഡീലിക്ക് ആയിക്കൊള്ളാൻ അവരുടെ മനസ്സിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും സിമ്പതി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കാമൻ ഒരു
അതെ, ഈ ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാത്ത ആളുകളില്ലേ
ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ്. പക്ഷെ ഫോർ സം റീസൺ അവരുടെ ഈഗോയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫോർ സം റീസൺ അവർക്കത്
അല്ല, എനിക്ക് സിമ്പതി അല്ല, ഞാൻ ഐ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദം. ഐ ജസ്റ്റ് എന്താ പറയണ്ടേ, അവരെ എനിക്ക് നന്നായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാകും. കാരണം അവർക്ക് മുമ്പിൽ ദർ ഇസ് നോ അതർ മോഡൽ ഓർ ദർ ഇസ് നോ അതർ സാമ്പിൾ ഫോർ ദം ടു ഫോളോ. Because all through the history, anyone who wanted to actually move out of the system and build another model, role model, had been destroyed in the society, had been wiped off from the stories, had been actually even their memories were kind of wiped off. Nothing remains of it. So we don't have a model to look forward to. So naturally, without a model to look forward to, without some assurance that this way can lead to, this path can lead to somewhere or to your destination, nobody will be confident enough to take that path or travel. That's a problem. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്, ഇപ്പോൾ ധാരാളം പെൺകുട്ടികൾ, so many girls are willing to or daring to live alone. Okay, they say that we don't need a marriage where you are kind of not building up a home, heaven, but you are kind of building up a slavery system, no? You are being a part of a slavery system. There are many girls, there are many young women who are thinking in that way. Earlier, when my generation thought of the same thing, we knew that it's not going to be well. It's not going to be all well. But we didn't have any other choice or option or a model or a way to go. No. There were not many other role models. So every story we used to hear about the women who tried to take a different path, they were all stories of failure. Even in films, very smart, overconfident girls, they ultimately or eventually had to commit suicide. Because they will fall in love with a man at last and they will get pregnant and then they will be shattered. They don't know what to do with that. But today's girls are different. So I am so happy that this kind of awareness, kind of realization has finally come down. Why your face is so gloomy? Yeah. So I think that the next step will be the men, the boys of today will be mature enough or will train them enough to deal with this girls who have awareness. That's what they are looking forward to. And it will change the world, of course. Don't you think so? Yes. Doesn't he think so? Yeah.
In our chat, that father character has come out too good. It was even more empowering so many other characters. So
he has to be there, no? If you want to tell the story of an Indian woman, you can't actually get rid of her father.
made based on those writers.
Yeah. That's I told you. As I told you, there was a very, very talkative, very articulate hangman in Bengal. He was very famous. He was so media savvy. So I thought, okay, I will use that kind of personality for him. Yeah.
Do you believe that Meera also can become feminist like this?
Sir, all good male writers are by default feminists. They won't accept that. But unless you are a feminist, you can't write about or you can't endorse democracy, especially Indian democracy, our democratic values. If you believe in our democratic principles, you are a feminist. So you are a feminist, sir. Even if Damodar Moso sir doesn't want to call him a feminist, he is a feminist. Yeah, you all are, but you are actually not like that. Actually, there is one problem. That is, we are not taught about women's rights in the proper way in school classes. We are not taught what parenting is in a proper way in school classes. We are not taught how to deal with other people, how to bond with other people, how to be in good relationship with other people in our formative years. So once you teach all these things, and once you teach boys also how important it is to stand on their 2 feet, to cook for them, to cook for themselves, to take the home, the chores of the home, etc. It becomes it changes the outlook. But it's very difficult, no? It's very difficult because letting go of so many privileges is something very painful.
But because fascination to about architecture, so you take the setting, you the PET like that. It's kind of hard to believe that it's because it was not from like forgot. So what was the research that you were learning? What was like? Did you like eat it or did you like go and stay?
Yeah, I went there, but I didn't stay there for a long time. I lived there for 3 weeks. Okay. But I had to make it very reliable. I had to make it very authentic, factually correct, because I knew I was a woman and that I'll be tried and will be executioned if something, some error happens. No? I didn't want the book to have. I took extra care because it is written by a woman. No, I knew it will be kind of doubly scrutinized, doubly judged and all.
It was, I think I must say, it was as authentic as it can be because I felt like I was being done. So, quoting to that particular set.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can we get maybe one last question? Sorry, Nanya.
All your characters are actually very powerful. Be it male or female. The great characters, all of them are really powerful. So, I actually like first questions I think you already asked. Were there any real life inspirations for any of these characters? So, I'm interested. They could be or they or make it participation. Or like you feel like it all is that these situations they should have that this way.
I think all my characters are real. They are all real. Real in the sense, if you mean to look at the people around you, actually people are very strong. Especially the women. Really. The men are very strong and men are very daring when they come across physical barriers, no? But when you come across emotional or philosophical or moral values, moral barriers, I think they don't match the woman's strength. This is what I have seen. This is what I have understood. I hope there are exceptions, and I wish there are exceptions. So I have taken such characters for my novel.
An element of pure nature like it.
Yes, yes. Yes, of course. I always say that I am really hurt, or I am cross with the world for having underestimated me as a girl. From school classes, in college classes, in universities, everywhere I was an underestimated woman. So I had to go on writing about that to clear it off my system. That revenge or that vindication or that pain, bitterness, everything, no? That's it.
You're writing for a therapy for us, right? And then it's self.
Yeah, it's a healing for me. Unless I don't have any advice for them. I take advice from them only. I have come to that point where I can seek their advice, and they are fantastic persons. I'm not saying that all of them are fantastic, but I see a lot more persons compared to the persons who belong to the older generations. The younger generation are better human beings, far better human beings.